Welcome everyone to the Big Five Digital Festival. Thank you for joining our talk around powering the project economy and the future of work. I will also be highlighting the evolving role of the project manager and the key attributes such as critical thinking, creativity, and leadership, which are in demand more than ever before as organizations are now turning to talent with project expertise. At PMI, we strive to be the place all project managers go to globally. Project Management Institute, PMI, is the world's leading association for those who consider project, program, or portfolio management their profession. Through global advocacy, collaboration, education, and research, we work to prepare more than 3 million professionals around the world for the project economy. The coming economy in which work and individuals are organized around projects, products, program, and value streams. Now, 50 years in the making, we work in nearly every country around the world to advance careers, improve organizational success, and further mature the project management profession through globally recognized standards, certifications, communities, resources, tools, academic, research, publications, professional development courses, and networking opportunities. As part of the PMI family, projectmanagement.com creates online global communities that deliver more resources, better tools, larger networks, and broader perspectives. I am proud to serve as the managing director of the Middle East North Africa region, which is a critical region for PMI and for the world. Today, the population in MENA counts 381 million, and the youth population is increasing in almost all countries in the region. And the Middle East alone is expected to double in size during the first half of the 21st century. The Middle East is one of the few places in the world that have seen changes over the past half century. The achievements have been tremendous in the region that has been part of the project economy since 1960. The whole Middle East have showcased the skills and the capabilities of the people to turn ideas into reality and deliver successful projects, which in turn have brought incredible gifts to the world. The Middle East has been investing wisely in preparation for the future. We see highly mature industries, the rise of mega investments, and potential in leading projects, all of which require planning ahead, combining resources, investing in digital transformation in all sectors, be it governmental, health, or infrastructure. Some of the examples highlighted here show the most active and forward-looking construction markets and some of the world's biggest urban transformation in modern times. They seek a win-win development cooperation between participating states through economic and trade partnership, as well as infrastructure projects. Our vision and focus in the MENA cascades from PMI's strategy to empower people to make ideas a reality. We believe in order to achieve this goal, we need to integrate the mentioned enablers, which are our value drivers that depend on key strategic portfolio missions, such as building closer relationship with governments and influential organizations to enable youth empowerment and create global impact, developing best practices and market-relevant tools and services in collaboration with our customer, also enabling through human capital development by increasing learning and adoption by building sensing platforms. PMI is advocating for the importance of project management to organizations and top governmental entities. We succeed in building upon their demand by sensing their needs. That's on an organizational level. And as a response, on an individual level, we are helping individuals acquire the skills they need and operate in the new global environment. And PMI can help the Middle East tackle its challenges and become a catalyst for change we can help to make plans a reality. We do engage with a variety of organizations throughout the world, through top strategic partnership and through the Global Executive Council. Organizations in the MENA, such as Dubai Health Authority, DHA, DO, the Federal Authority for Human Resources, RTA, STC, and Saudi Aramco in the Kingdom, have a shared belief that project management delivers a strategic advantage to help them meet their objectives and avoid costly project failure. They prioritize training and capability building for their project management professional community, and we help them embrace project, program, and portfolio management capabilities, incorporate PMI's offering and certification on some e-learning platforms, and encourage knowledge learning, benchmarking, and enhance PMO's credibility. Furthermore, when organizations affiliate with us, they benefit from, first, improved business performance, which has been proven by our research, the Pulse of the Profession 2019, that the high-performing organizations which invest in project and program management practices deliver greater value and outperform their peers on key business metrics. To give you a couple of examples, 68% have higher agility, 87% realize their projects, and are likely to waste 14 times less money than low performance. The second is thought leadership. PMI research also shows that high-performing organizations report better outcomes than their peers. So, for example, 92% meet original goals, 88% complete their project on time, and 89% complete them within budget. The third is attract and retain talent. PMI's salary survey Earning Power, 10th edition, shows that among survey respondents, those holding the PMP certification report higher median salaries than those without a PMP certification. And finally, map careers of project managers. Those organizations prioritize the development of project management technical and leadership skills and equip their leaders with certifications such as PMP. PMI is very proud to partner with the Dubai International Project Management Forum, DIPMIA, which is the largest platform that attracts over 1,500 international attendees and sheds light on Dubai's role in leading the development drive across the region by successfully adopting top-notch international standards in a series of mega projects that have commanded global attention. It is organized by Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, in collaboration with Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, DEWA, Amar Properties, Project Management Institute, and DP World. The forum demonstrates how smart, sustainable, and innovative project management practices are executed to ensure successful outcomes. Each year, during the inauguration of the IPMF, joint Middle East focused case studies were launched, supported by us, around portfolio awareness and practices, benefit management states, agility states, and the most recent one is project management technology quotient status in the Middle East 2019. Another example of our strong partnership and advocacy in the region is with the Kingdom. We visited last year Saudi Aramco, the PMOD partner, Fourth Industrial Revolution Lab, which is supporting all of the planning, supervision, and control of their projects. We saw firsthand how they're applying innovation and technology to the region's energy challenges, such as performing underwater maintenance for the drone shown in the picture. So the project manager has a key role in digitalizing the projects in the region. We believe that project skills benefit everyone from ages 5 to 75 and beyond. We have developed a certification framework validated by industry and practitioner to anchor our certifications to and provide a career pathway for our practitioners. As we add new certification to our portfolio, we now have a mechanism by which we can map them from a career progression perspective. PMI is ready to help. Our vision over the next 5 and 10 years and beyond is that PMI will serve a one-stop location for all things related to projects and bringing ideas to life. And we continue to evolve. For example, through our Bright Line initiative, we are helping organizations to manage the challenge of transformation, such as employee engagement, armies of external consultants, the why it's not clear, failure to align employees' aspiration, the slow process of transformation, and the lack of a coherent, unifying structure. Because you cannot bring a great idea or strategy to life if you aren't good at implementation, or if you aren't good at executing projects. This is why Bright Line transformation acts as compass and project management skills assigned from project managers to C-suite executives. Bright Line collaborated with Forbes Insights to create a case study last year on how the United Arab Emirates is driving real change for its citizens by focusing on strategy execution, and how it's empowering government employees and encouraging greater cross-entity collaboration. As part of the Government Accelerator Initiative, the UAE has set target to tackle the most pressing challenges, from reducing road traffic deaths to improving air quality in 100 days or less. I encourage you to check it out online at brightline.org. Yes, UAE has set bold visions, from flying taxis, police deploying robots, creating the Ministry of AI, digitalizing all workings of the government with the blockchain and advanced technology, but it has succeeded because it has focused not only on vision, but on execution. And the mutual sharing of these best practices between Dubai and the rest of the world is a true catalyst of our future. We all know that digital transformation was already reshaping the world, and the COVID-19 has acted as an accelerator, turning the focus of communities around the world on how to build back better. In early May 2020, McKinsey published this look at the urgent need for reskilling, especially following the coronavirus pandemic, and stated that workers across industries must figure out how they can adapt to the rapidly changing conditions. Equally, COVID has accelerated existing trends in project management, which brings us to our 3 takeaways for today. Let's start with the project economy. Since we're living in the project economy, the demand for project management as a skill for the future is growing, as shown in the McKinsey 2020 source. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the skills include critical thinking, creativity, leadership and management, and advanced data analysis. The ubiquity of digital and agile transformation across organizations from all industries, including more capital-intensive industries such as construction and energy, has led to a wide range of organizational changes. PwC most recent talent trend studies found that 79% of CEOs identified lack of skills due to the advent of new technology as a threat to their business growth. The study also found that over half of CEOs believe their skills gap is impacting their organization's ability to innovate. It is also causing them to stop or delay important projects, by the way. This study, along with other McKinsey note, stated that project management as a skill set will be an important factor in closing this skills gap. In fact, the McKinsey Global Institute states that project management will be an important skill set for the future workers across all types of functions, including business owners, department managers, and other change makers. The reason for the growing importance of project management as a skill has to do with the changes in ways of working. In a recent report on agile organization, McKinsey notes a paradigm shift from organization as machines to organizations as organisms that are both stable and dynamic at the same time. They design stable backbone elements that evolve slowly and support dynamic capabilities that can adapt quickly to new changes and opportunities. A smartphone serves as a helpful analogy. The physical device acts as a stable platform for multiple dynamic applications. What this means in terms of ways of working is a focus on product value as opposed to project value, with stable teams and dedicated resources looking after the product from an end-to-end perspective. It means a greater leadership role of the product owner who works across all functions. And it means more self-organizing Scrum team that add product value on a continuous basis, while the role of the line manager and the project manager refocus on capability development. For PMI, we see this shift as a call to action to help all change makers improve their project management skills, regardless of their profession or role. We are reaching out to other associations to partner for project management skill development. We're looking to extend our impact by exploring other project-related skill sets like power skills, also known as soft skills, and no-code, low-code technical skills. And we aim to bring these different communities together to help support people throughout their career life cycle. And it will be more critical than ever before for project professionals to have a wide range of capabilities and approaches for projects. Individuals and organizations around the world are working in an increasingly agile world, and PMI is helping practitioners to develop their ability to work in new ways throughout our agile new offering. PMI, in fact, has acquired Discipline Agile, DA, and Flex in 2019, and is now uniquely positioned to deliver value for individual and organization in helping them choose the right agile solution and their business. In fact, in every part of the world, we still see too much project waste, and that must be addressed. The Middle East is no exception. For every billion, 100 million is wasted, meaning 10% is wasted as per PMI's research study. As projects grow in importance, it will be more crucial than ever to effectively lead them and reduce the weight, not only in terms of dollar value, but in terms of value. Now we move on to the second takeaway: the importance of embracing what PMI calls power skills. Too often we refer to these as soft skills, but that term doesn't serve them as a service, because they are more essential than ever before in our era of advanced technology. And make no mistake, technology is changing the skills we need at an unprecedented pace. PMI has conducted a global online interview with 551 project management professionals between April and May 2019. And the latest findings we reported in PMI's 2019 Pulse Comprehensive report entitled AI Innovators, Cracking the Code on Project Performance. The results show that 81% of the respondents said that organization is impacted or influenced by AI technologies. 37% believe adoption of AI technologies is a top priority for their organization, which is driving a change in project management. At the same time, over the next 3 years, project professionals expect the proportion of projects they manage using AI to increase from 23 to 37%. Now, let's have a look at some of the major AI investments in the region. Data and AI are the core of Saudi Arabia Vision 2030. Dr. Abdullah bin Sharaf Al-Ghamdi, President of Saudi Data and AI Authority, SDAIA, said, "Data is the single most important driver of our growth and reform. And we have a clear roadmap for transforming Saudi Arabia into a leading AI and data-driven economy." One major project in Saudi Arabia is the Smart City NEO, an acronym that stands for the New Future in Arabic. The Saudi government said it's going to invest $500 billion into this mega project. Similarly, the UAE has envisioned UAE 2031 AI strategy, Dubai Smart Strategy, Dubai Smart Government, Smart People, Smart Mobility, and others. While many fear that automation can lead to job losses, we increasingly see that AI is a cognitive enabler of projects. AI systems in the MENA will grow over 100 million by 2021. For example, energy and construction are relying on technology and innovation for optimization, predictability, maintenance, and increased efficiency. Another example, project professionals can spend more time and effort on people and strategy, while AI can automate planning and scheduling. This recent report from KPMG 2090 survey introduced the concept of Future Ready Index for construction industry. It underscores how AI is changing the skills needed to run projects. Organizations will be highly agile and thrive in an environment of continuous disruption. Current leaders who have invested in technology and innovation and are already developing the skills and operating model to succeed. The following 4 points highlight key characteristics that will drive innovative leaders in the construction industry. The first point is customer engagement. Delivers the best customer experience using data collected from customers. Second, changing the nature of assets. Unlocks value from non-traditional assets like data, network, alliances, and organizational agility. Third, everything as a service. A flexible and adaptive approach to scale faster and more effectively by accessing resources on as-needed basis. And finally, workforce for the future, lean, automated, and accesses skills on demand. The AI technologies impacting the greatest number of organizations are, first, knowledge-based systems, which means to understand the context of data being processed, helping support human learning and decision-making. Second, machine learning, which helps analyze data to build models by detecting patterns, yielding improved decision-making with minimum human interaction. Third, decision-making, which create an intelligent process or a set of processes based on rules, on logic to automate decision-making. These technologies are expected to continue to impact organizations over the next years. I'm excited to talk about PMI's citizen development. As we know, digital transformation takes a team, but 86% of IT decision-making say the biggest challenge to digitally transform their business is the fact that there are too few software developers. That's where the power of citizen development comes in, with no-code, low-code platforms. Anyone can build application without software expertise, significantly faster and at a fraction of the cost. But first, you need to learn how to use the tools you have. You need a system in place to oversee the environment, mitigate risks, unlock the full potential of citizen development, and your citizen developer must understand to best operate in the system. So whether you're looking to teach yourself or to train your team, PMI is here to help you make the most with this no-code, low-code revolution and securely turn ideas into application. And one of the most important assets in embracing the power skills is to equip our youth with them, as they are the workforce of tomorrow. That's one reason why PMI has established the Project Management Institute Education Foundation, PMIF, that focuses on providing project and life skills for youth. Fast-growing regions like the Middle East must ensure that their young people have opportunities where they can channel their energy and creativity. Project skills can help prepare them to find that opportunity and shape the world of tomorrow. Finally, the third takeaway is for project managers not to fall into the trap of only speaking the language of project management, but must also speak the language of executives, the language of business as their role evolves. They must learn how to clearly communicate the business value and ROI of their skill set. We are the people who ensure strategy becomes a reality. They must understand the pain point facing executives who are eager to better advise on their decision and who need people skilled at implementation. In short, project managers must understand the big picture. They must be able to connect the dots and understand the business landscape they are operating in. That's why PMI has put another research called Signpost, designed to give project managers a better understanding of some of the mega trends impacting their work. They include the impact of AI on project and project management, the major infrastructure projects, and no one knows better than us in the Middle East. It also highlights the impact of shifting global demographics and younger population. You cannot be an effective project leader without understanding these broader trends. No matter what the future holds, PMI is here to serve and enable. Over the last few years, we have begun to move PMI to a whole new level of influence as we advance the profession. And this is where we are here today. We have begun to roll out new digital offerings, partner with leading brands like TED, expand our expertise in the agile space, as well as advocate for the strategic value of project management to C-suite audience and major global platforms like the World Economic Forum, and too much more. And we have made these strides because we have been willing to transform ourselves. PMI can help to make plans a reality. It is a catalyst. So let's get to it. Thank you, and let's change our world together.
And Grace Najjar, thank you so much for that. Just before I chat with Grace, actually, I do want to remind all project management professionals out there that you can actually earn 1 PDU for this session. So, look in the chat box and we're going to put the code there where you can actually claim the code and it'll be shared during the session. So pay great attention here. I mean, fascinating look at what's going on, with project management, and so eloquently delivered there by Grace. And I'm absolutely thrilled, Grace, you're here for the Q&A with me. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure is mine. Thank you so much. And I thank all the audience.
Indeed, it's great. They're on board, and just to mention to them to please get some questions in. This is a great opportunity to actually learn more about project management. And Grace, you really outlined some of the work of PMI, but if you can perhaps give us a little more detail, in fact, how did PMI respond in light of COVID-19, and particularly when we look at market needs, industry needs, and the needs of the professionals, really?
Yes, it's a great question. I think like every organization, we had to respond quickly to the COVID-19. The most important reaction to that was to turn our examination, the PMP. So it was quickly by March, our online, the proctor testing, it was available for the PMP. So every practitioner was able to sit for the exams online from home, from work. So that's number one. I think the other also effort that PMI invested in is systems and resources in order to support with our customer claim and every capabilities all over the customer journey from application to examinations. That's also from the back end of PMI, supporting every practitioner digitally. In addition to that, from the portfolio perspective, PMI accelerated some digital portfolio. So you could see more resources turned free online. So we can cater everyone's need during this period to study more and just to secure every job and navigate all the uncertainty of this period. So PMI, you could see our online learning resources, more micro-certification in Agile, in organization transformation, and there are lots of more innovative digital application as well. So every practitioner could have access to some tools where you can even examine your career development framework online with PMI. You have access to some templates additional to our core services. So you can have access to Standards Plus and additional resources that support you, whether as a practitioner or as someone who is seeking PDUs or someone who really seeks to get help in examination, in preparation and education. So we have a really variety of digital product online and supporting whatever you are in every segment, every career, every goal.
And that's exciting to have such tremendous resources there for people, because ultimately that's what people are looking for right now. But you also talk about broadening outreach. Talk to me a little bit about the initiatives you put in place to make sure that you have actually broadened that outreach of PMI.
Yes, exactly. That's the heart of our PMI 4.0, is to make a greater impact. And although individual and practitioner are at the heart of PMI's focus, but definitely we would like to expand the channels, how we can reach out to our individuals, how we can influence better the outcomes and benefits. So that's why PMI is now have variety and integral approach, where we're working with governments, with head of PMOs at top influential organizations, with the VP of talents, with all the project execution. We make sure we influence our advocacy at the organization level, at the government level, as I said, so that they believe in the importance and the value of project management. So definitely the value would be better facilitated for a practitioner if you have a PMO, if there is a real budget for training, if the project management is mapped to the strategy. And that's things that we could influence. We could influence having a center of influence like what we have with IBM. STC, for example, we have the PMO, the corporate PMO, which is part of the project execution. So those are some of the advocacy that PMI is doing at the organization level. And one of our focus is really to influence the workforce. I think PMI, we realize that we can do better with the youth. And we all know that the Middle East is a young population. So now we have a strategy to better engage with the youth. There are lots of products. One of them is Kickoff, and even the PM Basics is a content for youth. So now we have a youth engagement strategy and resources at the PMI level to attract the youth force and we equip them at an early age.
Now, I find that absolutely so exciting, because obviously, clearly, you can see where project management fits in the construction industry. That's a no-brainer. It's very easy to see. But actually, when you look at the work that Project Management Institute and what happens, it should be across all sectors. We all need to be better project managers of everything we do. I'm so excited you're putting that youth program in place. And I'm going to combine this with a question, from one of our audience as well. And you talked very much about being vendor agnostic, the methodology that's in place. But also we have a question from a viewer in terms of how can people enroll for short courses online? Are they available? What's available out there? And again, who are they available to?
Great. So PMI realized that with all the importance and value of the fundamentals of project management and the success of our PM book, we definitely need, especially with the changes and uncertainty and the need of COVID-19, to cater some quick, the needs of immediate and quick speed when it comes to education and micro-cert. So we rolled out courses in discipline agile, in agility, in organization transformation, which are available online. There is a series of free courses on business continuity, introduction to agile, bridging gap between strategy and execution. So as you could see, we believe that project managers of tomorrow needs to have an embedded skill set, part of which is understanding agility, understanding transformation, and even problem solving. If you look at the top skills of the World Economic Forum, you could see that problem solving is one of the top. So PMI, as I am saying, that because the role of project management is evolving, there is a need to embed and to enlarge your skill set. And this is what we're doing with a list of a micro-cert, which, as I said, responds to agility need, business continuity, business transformation, strategy execution, and all of these ranges.
Really, it's vitally important. And another question we have from our audience here is, how can we convince company management to actually invest in reskilling, particularly in light of COVID-19 and maybe not enough money, not sufficient funds in a company. We're looking at looming recession, there's uncertainty out there. And, so how do you actually, when we want people to be, more agile, more flexible, and every company wants this now, how do we actually make sure that management, and you said there's some free courses.
Yes. So, yeah, very important question. I think there is a clear payoff. And this is the role of PMI. Our mission is really to highlight the importance of project management and why it's linked to strategy and why it's important to invest in education in project management, in maturing this profession. That's why PMI invests in our research. We have the Pulse of the Profession, which is available online, and our reports, which examine effectively the practices and why project management is important. And there are some studies, I think I shared some of them, that mention out of $1 billion, there is 100 million plus investments at risk due to poor project management performance. So there is a clear link. Even McKinsey and all of research has shown that there is an immediate and urgent need for reskilling and upskilling. This region has been facing lots of economical crisis, the drop of the oil and energy of the oil price. And this is why, with all the uncertainty, I think the future, the real oil of tomorrow is for the skills. And we could prove that project management is one of the future skills by McKinsey and other reports. So I think the payoff is clear. And based on our relationship as PMI with our partners organization, there is a clear ROI. Whenever there is a project management office or there is a link, there is a competency framework that map project education to deliverables, to outcomes, to strategy, the ROI is higher. So you become better in executing your strategy if you have project management capabilities on board. So that's a clear statement proving by PMI, by our research, our case studies, and our advocacy with big organizations that are successful out there.
And one of the areas I saw there, it sort of jumped out at me, is that there was so much time wasted due to poor project management. So you're talking about the ROI, the danger of not investing in project management seems to be worse, and that's something people really have to look at.
Yes, because the pain point is clear. You want to deliver on time, and speaking to every industry, every PMO, every project execution, that's what you really, especially this region, the speed is important, quality is important, you have the competitiveness, you have the changes that's happening, and that's why the technology embedding multiple skills, because you need to deliver really on time with less resources. Optimization is needed, and that's the value focus, and that's why you could see why the PM book has been changing to embed more value and more principles so that we can cope with the market needs. The market needs to navigate, as I said, changes, competitiveness, the technology enablement, and deliver on time, reduce schedule overrun, cost overrun. And this is what project managers, who are our change makers, actually PMI is calling them change makers of tomorrow. So that's the payoff. Manage change smoothly and effectively.
And that's a lovely way to conclude this. And we had many more questions, but we don't have time to get them into you. But hopefully everybody can have a look there on the website. And again, explore those free courses. I think that's a wonderful gift to everybody out there because, project management, and particularly you have it in place for the youth as well. So maybe it's not just this industry that should be looking at project management, but we need to widen that out. So I really want to thank you so much for being with us. Grace Najjar, thank you so much.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you all.